Good morning, LW222 students. I am just going to make this a YouTube video in hopes that it'll work. The virtual classroom didn't work today for some reason. It's probably because I'm trying to work off my hotspot on my cell phone because I'm actually in Florida right now. So I have poor service at my parents' house where I'm at. So I have to use my hotspot. And so for some reason it's not working well with virtual classroom. So I'm going to do this video and talk you through what you need to do for this week. I was grading your papers from last week, looking at all of your vitamin poster boards. Those are so great. I love seeing all the creativity that students put into those poster boards. There's a lot of valuable information on there. And I hope you became a little more knowledgeable and gained some insight on some specific vitamins that we are, supposed to be ingesting each day. And note that for for foods that you need to be eating on a daily basis, you probably realize that, hey, I don't need to eat a whole lot of each particular food item to get the RDA, to meet my requirements for that particular vitamin. So we really don't have to have an overabundance of different foods to meet the requirement. It's actually very easy to happen. So making it happen through whole foods versus popping a pill and taking a supplement is the best way to go about getting your nutrients each day. So keep that in mind. Notice that this week, though, you're going to be doing another one. You're going to be doing a mineral. So on the back side of your poster board that you just used for your mineral, so just use that same poster board, do the exact same thing, okay, but do it for your assigned mineral. So if you look under week 6, you'll see, again, the first chapter we have this week is chapter 23, which deals strictly with minerals. So you do have some mind tap assessments that you're going to be taking regarding just the mineral chapter. So you've got your pre-learning assessment. You do have another diet and wellness skill building activity that you're going to need to take. And then, of course, your case study, and then your post-learning assessment. And then, of course, you have your mineral poster board. So the scoring rubric is really the exact same rubric that I used for the vitamin. And then as far as what mineral you're assigned, if you just open this link here, you will see the different mineral assignments. So again, there's only 15 known minerals. So of course there's more than 15 people in our class. So you're just gonna, see that some minerals have more than one person working on that mineral poster board. So now you're not working on it together, you're doing it individually and submitting it individually. So those are your mineral assignments, okay? So create your poster board for your mineral this week and then upload a photo of that right here where it says submit mineral poster board. Then moving on to the next chapter, you have chapter 24, which actually gets into dietary supplements. The supplement industry, I always tell people, is a buyer beware market because the supplement industry is actually not regulated by the FDA. So unlike pharmaceutical drugs have to undergo strict in-depth testing before they can be marketed and sold. Supplements, on the other hand, do not. Okay, so that's why I say it's a buyer beware market. So just because a dietary supplement is sold over the counter doesn't necessarily mean it's safe and effective for the average consumer to purchase. So just be cautious about different supplements. And supplements come in many forms, right? Vitamin and mineral supplements are probably the most common one that people take. But in addition to that, there are herbal supplements, there's proteins and amino acids, right? There's different types of dietary supplements. That even includes, the weight loss supplements that are out there as well. So just be cautious if you're going to be purchasing a supplement over the counter. And chapter 24 does give you some ideas of how to be an intelligent consumer when it comes to purchasing dietary supplements. So looking for things like USP, United States Pharmacopoeia, on the label, or the consumer lab on the label is a great way to indicate if that manufacturer has actually paid for an independent laboratory facility to test that particular supplement for purity and dosage. So meaning they've tested it to see if it has in it what they say is in it as far as ingredients and in the amounts. So being able to, at least see that on the label gives you that, peace of mind knowing that, okay, whatever is under the list of ingredients is actually in this particular supplement and in the amounts they say. Okay, there's not added ingredients and things like that that are not listed. So that's one way. So chapter 24 really, kind of gets that point across about being an intelligent consumer. So for chapter 24, again, you've got your pre-learning assessment, you've got your global nutrition watch, your case study, and then your post-learning assessment. Chapter 5 actually gets into one of those 6 essential nutrients, water. Okay, and remember, water is vital to every bodily function. We couldn't survive without it for more than, a few days. So it's important that we're drinking plenty of water every single day. So again, for chapter 25, you got all of your mind tap assessments. Remember, for the closer look assignments, that you have an opportunity to take those up to 3 times. I would encourage you to take all 3 because it's going to take an average out of all 3 attempts for your final score. And then lastly, chapter 27. The last chapter for this week actually gets into the 5 health-related components of fitness. So I have attached a document here that kind of explains what those 5 components of fitness are. And then it goes through the FIT principle as it relates to each component of fitness. So FIT principle meaning frequency, how many days a week should I be doing this exercise, intensity, how hard should I be working, time, how long should I be doing this for, and then the type of exercise I need to be doing to enhance this particular component. So in chapter 27, it's going to talk more about physical activity and what types of exercises we should be doing on a weekly basis to really enhance those health-related components of fitness. So this document that I've provided here is just kind of supplemental. It goes along with that chapter, and it talks about each component a little more in depth. So in addition to that, remember you've got, all of your mind tap assessments, right? You've got your pre-learning assessment, your case study, your global nutrition watch, your post-learning assessment. The last item you have for this week is your 3rd exam. You can see all the chapters that the 3rd exam covers. Remember, it's a timed assessment. Actually, it's 90 minutes, not 75. Let me change that here. You have 90 minutes to take that assessment. And for this particular exam, there's actually just a couple short answer questions at the end of the exam. So you will not see your final score on those short answer questions until I have graded each one individually and enter those points. Okay, so don't email me right away and say, I know I got those questions right, but it gave me a 0. Well, the computer cannot grade a short answer question like that. So once I've graded it, I'll enter those points, and then you'll see your final score on that exam. So just give me, a few days after the deadline, and I will make sure each exam is graded that way, and you'll see your final score on that exam at that point in time. So again, a lot going on this week. Only 1 week left, you guys. You are on the home stretch. I know it's difficult to take an accelerated course like this, where you're putting all the material from a 15-week class roughly into a 7-week class. So, kudos to you guys for working hard, getting the material in and getting it finished in a timely fashion. I'm hoping that you're enjoying the class and you're learning a lot about, dietary patterns and that you're making some healthful changes. Also, the case study that I gave you for last week for the patient, I'm working on grading those right now. Probably a lot of interesting stuff you found out about that particular client. One of the big ones was that his caloric intake was super high every single day, right? He was way over, so in a positive energy balance, meaning he was ingesting more calories than he was burning off on a day-to-day basis, which in time is going to lead to weight gain, right? So got to be careful about calories in versus calories out. So he was way over in many of his nutrients, and some of those are concerning. So like especially sodium, when somebody is very high in sodium, we know that can lead to hypertension and high blood pressure. So just making sure that, we look at those overdose effects, right? When you're doing your vitamin and minerals, a lot of those have overdose effects. And if we get too much, it can have negative consequences on our body versus if we get too little, we can also have negative consequences. So we want to make sure we're getting the accurate amounts of each of those key nutrients every single day. So hopefully this video helped. Again, you got lots to do this week. Make sure you complete everything under that week 6 module, okay? And then after this, we have 1 week left. You're probably going to be receiving an email or maybe a link when you go into e-learning in the next week or so, or maybe you've already received it about the student feedback forms. So I would appreciate it if you'd take a minute, fill out that feedback to instructor form, because I do value your your opinion and I value your feedback when it comes to this particular course and how I can improve upon it from semester to semester. So give me, those ideas. What did you enjoy? What did you like about the class? What things, do you think should be changed? I take all that stuff into account and I make those changes from semester to semester. So I really do need to hear your feedback, and I appreciate it if you'd take some time to answer those questions. So everybody have a great Monday, and we will do one more meeting next week at 10 a.m. to finish out the semester for this class. Bye, everybody.